Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? And I fucked up. I fucked up big time. So I recorded a video early today that I wanted to put out. I wanted to put out at 11:30. But apparently, my dumbass I erased the video by accident. Yeah, I erased the video by accident, and I'm thinking that I programmed everything, but no, my fucking dumbass actually, it did not go through. You know what I mean? I forgot to put the title, I forgot to put the description and everything. I forgot to upload it on YouTube, so I'm like, fuck. So you know what? Let me just do this video. You know what I mean? This video will more than likely be up probably past midnight. I fucked up and I apologize. You know what I mean? So, what I want to talk, that means I gotta do everything all over again. Shit. So, but I know what I want to say. So, of course, as you guys see, as you guys know, AEW has All In coming this Saturday, right? But also WWE has Evolution 2. You know what I mean? The Saturday night's main event, on Saturday as well. And they also have NXT on Sunday. I believe it's the Great American Bash, right? And Tony Khan is rattled. Tony Khan is feeling it. He's feeling it. I mean, Tony Khan is legit feeling it because, Tony Khan. And you know what? I'm glad I did this video late because I seen something from. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm absolutely sorry. But my dumbass also forgot that Evolution is actually on thing. No, I basically said something about how Evolution is on the same time as thing. No. No. NXT is actually on the same time as All In, right? So, because I'm looking at the schedule now and such, and I'm over here seeing that thing starts at 3:00, right? But then WWE Great American Bash the start time is going to be actually going to be at 2:30. You know what I mean? They said 2:30, Eastern Standard Time, and it's actually 3 p.m. 3 p.m. on Saturday, right? So that's going up against AEW All In, right? And I'm sorry about the slowness and the stutter. It's just I'm just trying to do this video quick. But here's the thing, Tony Khan is not only rattled, he's shaking. He's shaking because, WWE is going to fuck with him every time he makes a video, right? Or every time he makes a pay-per-view. Look at me. Not me, son. You know what I'm saying? Yo, speaking of that, there was some dude who said that I sound like the Matt Rapper in one of my videos. In the video where I mentioned about, about Dave Meltzer and such, right? He said that I sound like the Matt Rapper. Shout out to what's his face? Shout out to D-Dot. You know what I mean? Derek and Angeletti, because I like the Matt Rapper. You know what I mean? I thought the Matt Rapper was ill. Okay, this when I talked about how HGTV had more viewers than AEW Dynamite, right? He said that in the video. I sound like the Matt Rapper. Yeah, I said, tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. It's also funny about the Matt Rapper, too. He only, D-Dot Angeletti only had one album as the Matt Rapper. Only one. But this is not about the Matt Rapper. It's about Tony Khan being shook. WWE is fucking with AEW. Tony Khan is rattled. He is rattled. He's rattled to a point where he honestly does not know what the fuck to do. He doesn't. He doesn't because, he should have known that this was eventually going to take place, right? This was clearly going to take place where, he knew that Nick Khan, Triple H, TKO is going to fuck with him. Why? Because you're fucking with WWE's business. So whenever there's a pay-per-view, whenever there's a PLE, right? Bam! A pay-per-view that AEW does, bam! WWE is going to counter-program. They're going to keep on fucking with him. They're going to keep on fucking with him. And this is the best time to strike because AEW has low attendance, low viewership, right? They have everything is just low. You know what I mean? And of course, you strike somebody at their weakest point, right? AEW right now is at its weakest point. Clearly. You know what I mean? So why the fuck not strike while the iron is hot? Tony Khan basically sits there and says that, we're the challenger brand and such, right? So if you're quote unquote the challenger brand, then that means you should bring in everyone and everybody or all comers to challenge you, right? Basically, that's what WWE is doing, right? But you're rattled. Like, you're scared to death right now. You know what I mean? You are shook to death. You know what I mean? Like, WWE got AEW by the balls to the point where, they don't know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? Like, they're sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck to do, to combat what WWE is doing, right? That's like AEW trying to combat WrestleMania with a AEW pay-per-view, right? He tried to do that with Ring of Honor and it failed. You know what I mean? He tried to do that with ROH and it failed. And listen, I understand there's going to be probably more people watching All In and stuff, but I guarantee you All In might be a shit show. I think it's going to be a shit show. I got a feeling it's going to be a shit show because, it seems like this card is being hyped up to fail. It is. It truly is. You know what I'm saying? It really is. But AEW and Tony Khan are basically, they don't know what the fuck to do. They're clearly rattled. You know what I mean? Because, again, WWE is a machine. Like, you poke the bear. You know what I mean? You poke a sleeping bear, and now that bear's ready to attack. You know what I mean? And you can't come up with excuses. There's no way your ass can come up with excuses. There's no fucking way. So if you truly and honestly think that WWE is going to stop fucking with AEW and let these motherfuckers, get breathing room and stuff, you got another motherfucking thing coming. You know what I mean? Because Triple H was trying to run his business and then AEW was created. And now you're fucking with WWE's business. And then now you're also fucking with TKO's business. You know what I mean? You're fucking with them to the point where, again, you're battling a sleeping giant, right? Remember all that shit that Tony Khan had mentioned about Nick Khan? How, Nick Khan tried to talk to New Japan Pro Wrestling and such, but I booked, Roppongi Vice and all this other bullshit, right? Where's that same Tony Khan at? Where is that outspoken Tony Khan at? You know what I mean? This is where he's at. Listen. Quiet like a fucking church mouse. You know what I mean? Like I said, AEW is rattled completely. Because now you're at a point where, anything that they do, right? WWE is going to fuck with them 10-fold or 20-fold. And you can feel it. You can legit feel it. You can fucking feel it. You can feel it because, AEW is not in the place that it should be, right? If this was 2019, right, they would have done the exact same thing and nobody's complaining, right? Remember, people was like, AEW got WWE shook. They got them pecked to death. Now, 6 years later, it's a completely different ballgame. Now it's to a point where no matter what the fuck Tony Khan does, right? And listen, creatively, he's bankrupt. Clearly, the company is bankrupt creatively, right? Because they don't know what the fuck to do creatively. They don't, They don't have a booking team. They don't have a creative team. They don't have, production meetings. They don't have none of that. And this is why they are in the shit that they're in. Right? So he basically compensates that with match. I'm like, dude, this is all you can fucking do? Is this legit all that you can offer to the wrestling public? Matches without story. That's come on, that's eating a fucking hot dog without ketchup and mustard and relish and sauerkraut and onions, man. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna fucking work. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's rattled. And WWE is still gonna keep on fucking with AEW. And they're doing a great job at it. Why? Because they're fucking their momentum up. You know what I mean? They are beating their momentum, to a point where, again, it's dead. The company is dead. It's dead from viewership to ratings, and they're still gonna do it, man. They're still gonna do it. You know what I mean? They're still gonna do it, B. I'm about to be out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I apologize for the late video. You know what I mean? I thought I had something earlier, and then I just erased it by accident. It's stupid of me, but I'm gonna definitely holler at y'all tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's a new week, so we shall see what happens. All right? Peace.